Guys, welcome to What in the World? Steve. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about drugs. Highly sensitive topic, but it has to be done. Now, I've probably tried every single substance under the moon, except for those magic mushrooms, all that stuff that does your nervous system crazy. Yeah, so yeah, they're not for me. But everyone has a different DOC. What I mean by DOC is drug of choice. And I can confidently say to you before I start that I'm a fully healed and fully recovered. I wouldn't call myself a junkie. I would call myself an addict at one stage because I went through 3 stages. The first stage, I lost my auntie and uncle. Not as in they're not here, they're still here. But I was operating their business as a business development manager. And then I was because everyone has their different DOC, right? So my DOC is Shabs. And what Shabs is ice. And the first time I was on that cycle, yeah, I was running the business. And then one day, I just had so much of it and stayed up for a week that I couldn't get up. And then I missed one day. But because I was the website maker, the promoter, the marketer, the deliverer. I was a one-man show for a lot of things. But it wasn't that stressful. But what was very stressful was trying to convince the elders that this business is not runnable because I've been doing all the market research with them as well, But you can't change people that are older than you with their perception because they're set in their own ways. Either you just bow down and agree with them or you don't at all. But you can't, You're a junior. You have to respect what they want to do. And I was, as I was growing up, he and my auntie did a lot of beautiful favors for me and looked after me as a kid. Yeah. Whether it's gifts, money, support, whatever it is. Even when I didn't get along with my dad, they let me live at their place without hesitation. Yeah. Their love was, their love for me was unwavering. And I loved them heaps. Yeah. But as I got into the addiction stage, we ended up closing off the business because it wasn't profitable. It wasn't making any, it wasn't going nowhere. So I ended up offending my uncle. And I said, don't ask me for any help anymore. And at that moment, we never spoke. And that's one regret that I'm trying to recover. Okay, but that's cycle one. So I lost my uncle, all right? I recovered my auntie back 5 years later. Because 5 years later, I was managing to pay them back some excess, accounting stuff that we left off with the business. And then my auntie started to come back into my life, which I'm so appreciative for. Second cycle. I let me just tell you this, last year sometime when I was doing rideshare, I had a few recovered what do you call? Recovered addicts that were talking about their situation. And then during their conversation, they were saying how it destroyed their life and everything and blah, 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 blah. And it's hard to get off it. And they were addicted at one stage. And then just before they got out of the car, I said, hey, gentlemen, it's just all about access. If you don't have access to it, you'll be fine. And they thought to themselves, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. If there's no access, then of course you can't get to it. But that was at that stage, The stage where I'm at now is whether you do or do not have access, you're in control. You don't want it. You don't need it. That's when you're fully healed. But what I wanted to say was the second cycle. Well, I stopped it because this guy that I know tried to get it off him, then off through another guy. And then I waited and waited and waited at his friend's house. And I waited for 3 hours. And then we're just talking to his Italian friend. And then I thought to myself, what am I waiting here for, man? Stuff it. I have money and I can't even buy it. So I got off that. And then went to a straight job. And that was another 7-year cycle. Yeah. And then I relapsed again. And then what had happened was, that cycle, I lost my girlfriend of 11 years. Yeah. So I stopped for another while. For another 4 or 5 years. And then I went back to it again. And then this time round, it's like, man, I already lost my uncle. I already lost my girlfriend of 11 years. I don't want to lose my elder or my mum because of my shortcomings. Yeah. But I finished the first cycle. Lost my elder. And then I only got mum left. So I said to mum, the fortune teller said I've got 30 years to live until 79. Now, if I've got 30 years to live, I just want to do what I want to do and then start helping people and then show the world, like, how my elder operates. And I want the good to happen to people. And no matter how hard it is and how low, like, financially, forget it. I'm in debt everywhere, banks, PayPal, Afterpay, friends, car sold, like, everything's done. But you know what? After all of that, everyone has different perceptions of you because they just think you're a junkie. But not everyone knows this. But every job that I went into, I can go back to it any time. They can always, hire me with a click of a finger. That's what all my friends don't know. They just think that, oh, he's a junkie. So let's just, find him, some other job here, some other job there. It's pretty condescending, actually. But it's all good. But now they know what you're made of. And what I'm made of is a will. If there's a will, there's always a way. Like, I've hit rock bottom in my life that, I've faced battles that, no one else could ever imagine. But you know what? I tripped over, slapped my face on the ground, and then after that, the only way is up. You can't get any more down than that. Unless you want to, give up on yourself, which you don't want to do. Because life is precious, right? You've been given an opportunity, give this vessel, giving yourself, an opportunity here, to be on earth. So no matter what shape or form, if there's a will, if you're willing, there's always a way. When my elder was sick, my uncle had leukemia 26 years ago. I told my bestie, I said, man, I know that it's not up to me to ask, so I dare not ask the Buddha in the temple, said, can you revive his life? And then my bestie said to me, this is not my first bestie, he's my second one. Because the first one doesn't believe in God. Well, my second one does. So he goes, why didn't you ask, Steve? I said, it's not up to me. I know, everyone has their lifespan and everything's destined and it's all written. Whether you want to believe that or not. I always believe that. So no one can really, put a mark on, what my purpose is and what my destination is. Because, man, I seem pretty lost, man. Like every time, like, my friends ask me, "Oh, how you doing, Steve?" And then I'd say to them, "Oh, I'm existing. Like I'm still around." And they don't know how to answer me. It's like, "Come on, Steve." Like someone will say, "Are you okay?" or like whatever, but they can't even say that because, like, I just like, have given up on like explaining myself to people because I'm always misunderstood. But I know my purpose now, and I've fully healed. And I don't care what anyone says. I'm just going to heal people all around the world. And that's my purpose now. So I'm not scared of telling you, like, where I've been and what I've done. Because you know what? If I can help someone get back on their feet because they know that, like, if I can do it, you can do it, then it's all good. Worth my cause every single bit. So if you want to call me a junkie, call me a junkie. But you know what? All you junkies out there, whether you're living in the street, whether you know who you are, walking around all the time, like, asking people for $2. And then when you see me, you say, like, do you want to go? And then I go, stop it. Enough. No more. Ignores me. I never thought in my, like, lifetime. Because when I was younger, I used to walk with mum to, like, Belmore Park, like, through to Chinatown. And then we used to feed the pigeons with bread, but we don't do that anymore. And then I used to see, like, some old lady or, like, some old guy just, like, talking to themselves. In Chinese, it's called zi and zi yu, which is, like, they're just walking around, like, really, like, mentally unstable. And I thought to myself, geez, that's pretty sad, But when I come to, like, my age now, I have a friend that I used to club with, that he introduced me to this. He's doing that now. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to say. Sometimes, like, I just feel like saying, like, look, man, like, you got this, If I can pull out of it, you can pull out of it. But he just ignores me because he's not ready. Doesn't want to face it, maybe. Yeah. Everyone's got their demons. I've got my demons too. But, yeah. You just got to have a willpower. You just got to find your spark somewhere. I mean, I know my spark, as you can see. I love singing. I love acting. Yeah, so, like, I'm for entertainment, But, like I said, I'm a very strong marketer. But whatever, like, which process you like, what your, like, DOCs, it doesn't matter. So long as, like, it's working for you. But if it's not working for you and something's wrong, then it's got to be fixed because you've got to find that little spark. That little spark will elevate you to, like, have the willpower to do what you desire to do and get yourself out of any mess. And trust you me, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Seriously. Because I've done it in silence. People have done it like screaming and yelling, But it's harder to do it in silence. Because you know why? Every single person that looks at you and judges you, you just got to take it in. And you got to act as if, like, you don't know or you don't really care. But I know. I'm not stupid. But it's all good. It's all good. The reason why I just wanted to tell you this today is because, like, if you're out there, I don't know what your DOC is, man. It could be, like, age, it could be ketamine, it could be, like, whatever, like, all the downers or whatever. Like, each to their own. But if it's, like, affecting you detrimentally, and it's affecting your pocket, affecting your family, and then, like, you're losing everything, like, and nothing's coming through, then there's an issue. And you've got to find that spark, and you've got to find the will. If there's a will, there is always a way. Yeah. And trust you me, man. I know. I've seen it. I've been there and done that. Yeah. But look at me. What do I look like to you? What? Out of place? Doesn't matter. Be the authentic you, and good things will come to you. And don't worry about what anyone says. Just be yourself, man. Once you be yourself, people will come running because you will be invaluable and unforgettable. Okay, guys, have a lovely weekend coming, and I love you guys. And no matter how down you are, the only way is up afterwards. And don't you forget it, because if I can do it, you can do it. Like Stallone says. If I can change, you can change. Everybody can change. I love you, Sly. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get the little photo that I used to take with a cardboard Stallone in SeaWorld when I was wearing a Phyllis Sports shirt. Oh, shit, I'm not marketing them. Yeah, and I used to take a photo with him when I was 12 years old in SeaWorld with a cardboard Stallone. I hope one day I get to see him live and then take a real photo with him. But you know what? If there's a will, there's always a way. Depends on you. Have a lovely weekend, guys. I hope this motivated you a bit. Because everyone has their downtime, man. You just got to fight through it. And be strong. And don't only be like water. Be authentic, my friend. Just be yourself. Good things will come. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Use your strengths and pull yourself back together. Because look at me. Not like Yan can cook. But Steve can sing. Steve can do what he like to do. Because I'm being myself. So you be yourself as well. And I'm sure you've got an ability, you've got power, and you've got something that is right for you that can make yourself useful in this world. Because otherwise you wouldn't be here on this planet. Trust me. Love you guys. And I've got 2 more songs coming up. I just posted on Facebook. But I'm going to do this one first because this is more important. Yeah. Love you guys. What in the world? Steve Fun. See you.